So we're up and running. Previous video we updated our system, had to use our brain and decide, okay, I need to change my pacman.conf, and that's it. Now this is due to the difference between ArcoLinux and Chaotic, and all you need to do is type them a few of those, and that will be that. Up the 7.2, that's enough. Yeah, voila. And you go over to the Chaotic or the mugshot here. Now we're downgrading, I guess. Yeah, sure. It's because why is corrupt sudo pacman -s clean my cache. Nothing old in my cache. Go grab those. Cache is a folder on your system. Actually, it's easy to remember. Think about cars. Sudo pacman -suv. SUV is a car, and that's where the cache is. var cache pacman packages. I cleaned it. It's just sudo remove thing, right? It's gone. It means it needs to come now from the repos, from online. Solved. That's solved. We wanted to create a new Calamares. You find the code. The code is on Github. The easiest way, I don't know, is probably use, yeah, sure, ALCI. There he is already online. Did you notice ALCI online? And yes, it's farewell. Yes, I can keep on teaching, but we're not going to build them for you. You can build them, of course, yourself. That was the goal, right? Build the goal. Build them yourself. Builds on, download or build. I think I need to go here. I don't know which one we like to take, but here we are for downloads. That will work as well. But I need to have the GitHub. Here are the GitHub things. Let's take this in, all right? It's just a choice, whatever, right? Control C. That's the code to launch it. That means you go to the desktop, in my case. So, like I said in previous video, you need to check also what is changing to the Arch ISO. Git clone. Oh, again, git clone. There you go. Now, of course, I had this already, right? It's here. But okay, this is the code to build it. Problem is that the installation here, 40, if we run it, it's gonna grab the code from GitHub, which has an old Calamares, and it won't launch. It happens that Calamares won't launch. You need to make sure that I don't know if we can actually find it like this. YouTube, Calamares, ArcoLinux. Let's see. There are, of course, many videos. Manual installation, new Carli. So there's many videos how to build Calamares, compare, right? Have a look, please, before asking any question. Watch the videos. Now, what I'm gonna explain to you is basically, this is something you don't have, right? This is something you don't have. And it contains an old one. 2025-02 means February 21. In the meantime, there is new code. Of course, there is new code. It is the website. You should make an account on GitHub and follow it. There you go. All right, make an account, sign up, sign in. So you get the pushes and get the comments and everything in, so you know what's going on with your tool, which is basically your installer. So all of this has been changed since February. March, here's February. Okay, that's that. There's the code, how to build it. Well, here is the GitHub code. Control C. It's there. It's online. It's pushed. You grab what you need. In this case, maybe, how do I build it? ALCI package build. How do I build Calamares and all that? Here we are, right? These guys. How do I build a package? So again, git clone, desktop, git clone that thing. Wait for it. We've got this, and all we need is this probably, right? Calamares. There's the def for the ALCI def, right? Voila, we're gonna take this one as an example. Take the other one if you need it. Control C. Let's move it out of there, too complex, right? This thing. Calamares is now May the 6th. May the 6th, meaning basically May the 6th. So you still know, all right, I've built a Calamares version back then. And 3.15 is pointing to the fact that that's the latest release, but that was on February 20, so basically we are already on the new version, on 15 already, because we are pushing, or sorry, getting stuff from the internet, right? It's actually already a newer version than the one here. That's why it's called 15 already. So we've got that. We need to change it in the package build. 15, fine, but the date is different, and it was 0605. Replace this version, the 14. If you find 14 somewhere, replace it with our version, right? And with 15. Save. Commit, that's important. Ooh, almost forgot it, right? Commit is this last thing, this here. That's the commit. That's the commit I want, the last code, the last push to the internet. Or one before that, or one before that, right? You decide where you cut off. Basically, here are all the pushes, the, how they call it, commit details, right? And that's the one I'd like. So the very last one. The rest is kept safe. I mean, if it changes in the future, sure. Like for instance, we had to change the numbers here. Qt6 was there. Some things will change in the future. I am sure of that. So you need to figure it out. And then we build this thing, make package. While that thing is building, let's first see if it is doing its job. You see already the correct number. One or more files did not pass the validity check. That means that you need to have knowledge to know update package sums. You forgot to type that. Oh, did I? Yes, you did. And then you build it. So while that's doing its job, on the desktop, let's create a repo. Create folder. Repo, or whatever name you like to call it, right? Repo. And in that particular repo, we need to have this Calamares thing, and it has to overrule the other repo that's already there, right? We need our Calamares to be taken before the other one. Okay. Best way to do this. That was, of course, what I was thinking. What's the best way to move forward? It's here, right? The ALCI repo, it's there. So, not sure. So let's have a look. But I think it's gonna be okay. Let's stick on this desktop thing, right? And git clone from there as well. Again, what are we doing? We want to have access to a new Calamares. All the rest often is just the same, Mate is Mate and all that, right? It's just a list of packages, Lego blocks. But Calamares is the one that is changing, evolving over time. And not only that, but all the dependencies. Yes, they change as well. And then you get these errors, the lib something is not there and nothing launches. And that's what the issue is with the user on YouTube who commented today. Okay. So we're going to create, come on. We're going to create our own repo locally, because putting it online is one step further and is already documented on the websites of ArcoLinux. So that's already there, how to create a GitHub online, a repo online. But how to do it locally, I've never recorded that. So first of all, that's the repo, right? You see that there's a structure in there. I'm not going to push anything. This is local. And I need a folder. Maybe we should put it next to each other. That's easier. So the desktop has a repo and the repo has a folder, and the folder, do we need a folder? No. Yeah, sure. Let's keep the folder. Not really necessary, as long as you know what you're doing. But in here we need this, Control C, Control V. We need to update the repo, and what else? We're gonna need maybe up as well, but not the up as such. We're not gonna push it online, but we need to do this, right? We're not gonna do anything about pushing anything. What is this? So go inside, yes, and then run the script. That's update repo. Below, command will back up everything inside the project folder. All right. All of that needs to go, right? The only thing I want to do with up is go in there and make the repos. Now the repos, well, they're called ALCI repo. We can actually keep the names. Everything that's gray we can delete. And that's probably something I tested. Voila. Save. There's no signing involved. -S. I think we better keep it simple and stupid, in the sense that it's called ALCI repo. Remember? Yeah. You know what? I'll call it, instead of repo, let's call it local repo. That's clear, right? That's the ALCI repo, that's the local repo. In the meantime, how's Calamares going on? Calamares, where art thou? Here is Calamares. So that's the new guy. Control X. I put them in the local repo. And let's clean it out. This can go, that can go, that can go. And the rest we keep off. Local repo. We try and see what's going on with it. What if I do this? Okay, what's going on? Done, right? We have repos. It's gonna be called ALCI repo. So reflex, no good, right? Go back and update repo and say, let's call it also local repo. So there is some logic and of course no conflict between the other one. Local repo, local repo. All right, go ahead and do it again, my friend. Now it's called local repo, fine. We stop this, we stop that, we stop this. We have a local repo. Now we need to build. Alci ISO. We have Pacman. Where is Pacman? Where is Pacman? Here is Pacman. Use some color, always fun. Parallel downloads. I'm today at number 20. Save. And then we have here Alci repo. And this is actually what we want, right? So I've already made a reference to Alci repo. I've made a tutorial. I think now I see this, I must have made something already in the past. Right? Okay, so it's duplicates. Anyway, it's again use your brain because it's not called Alci local repo, it's now called local repo. Right? New exercise. Local repo is the name. Sig level, forget about using sig level, right? So never. And server, now we have to think, right? Home, Erik is sure, that's correct, right? Here it is, Erik. And then .repo, that's not correct. It's actually on the desktop today. Thus, it's not good to keep it there, but it's just the exercise that matters, right? It's just a path, home, Erik, desktop. This thing is local repo, check, and Arch is the folder. And everything is similar than all the others, right? So it'll find this one first. This one will overrule that one because it's first. And that's how you do it. Let's see if that works. If we can build an ISO like that. Where are we? We're on the home desktop. There we are. ISO Zen. We've chosen Zen there. And of course, Arch ISO. Don't forget to, from time to time, check in there. Let's see. Ouch, not my password. All right. Let's see. Let's see. How do we know we are good for an ISO? We can't see it here. So let's go and find Alci Calamares. Alci Calamares. Here is Alci, here is Zen. Look at that, right? 3315250506. So the repo, the local repo, was found. And the video's for me at an end, right? It's just gonna create an ISO and we are in control. Any issues that you have for packages and all that, maybe you should add chaotic repo to it, but that was not the idea in the Alci. Alci was an Arch Linux custom installer, like pure Arch, but let's use Calamares because a black screen is nothing for us. Let's use Calamares, but Calamares has dependencies change, and when the app is not changed and the dependencies are changed, the app doesn't work anymore. So from time to time you need to rebuild Calamares, but I don't have the knowledge to put Calamares on there, nor do I have access to the Alci repo. All right, this is the workaround. This is how you can still build probably ArcoNet or Carli or anything else based on Calamares, as long as you can overrule a Lego block, Calamares in this case. If you can overrule it, then you're good again. I'll just pause the video here and see you after the ISO has been built. All right. Seems it's out. That means you need to figure out where it is being pushed or saved, and then let's see if we can make this in one go, one video. Then choose a disk file. Erik, it's gonna be here. That's the one, 0514. Open, start, and hope for the best, right? Make sure you boot up from the CD that you just created. And here you have a video, an all-in video to ensure that you just keep on building, right? Just keep on working locally. Nobody needs to have this ISO. It's your ISO. It's a personal project. You can have your own way of installing Arch. And then again, right? Do I need to still to say it? The ArcoLinux Nemesis scripts, and put everything the way you like. This is the Arch stuff, right? Waiting for a module sometimes happens. I'm not sure if it's anything important, right? But we need to wait. And there's some kind of countdown, I think. But there we go. Brussels, that's cool. Belgium, sure, next. This is very simple, right? The installation is kept simple for a reason. Next. And then just Erik is having a password. Well, basically, right, this is just working super. You have a debug here, you have the about, that's what I wanted to look. 3.15, 2025, 0514. So the code of today, dear Adrian, is working again. Want to have some more information, a little icon to click and maybe become smarter by reading all that. All right, that's it for me, guys. So again, summary. A user says, I can't build ALCI. No, because on the ALCI repo, there is an old Calamares. In the meantime, all the dependencies have changed, but not the app. So the app is launched. Well, actually, it's not launched. That's what the user says. I can't launch Calamares. I'm inside Plasma in that case, right? And Calamares won't launch. I say to him in reply, you need to rebuild Calamares. All good and well, but the Calamares is on the ALCI repo, which is frozen. There's no maintenance anymore for ALCI. That means you need to overcome that particular thing, that whatever is on the ALCI repo is gonna be old, very old in 3 years time, right? So whatever is old, you replace it with something that's on your system. With a local repo, you put all the packages that you have and want to share in here. Tip: sudo pacman -suv. Remember that it's a car. Here are the packages. Ctrl-Shift-C, copy. Then open up Tunor. Ctrl-V. Here are all the packages, right? If there's a package in here that you say, I'd like to build it, I would like to have it, this local package is super. Even Cinnamon is in here, I see now, right? Anything, I don't know if there's anything I would like, but let's assume I would like Dex. I'm not working with signing, so just this. If you would like that to have it available on your desktop locally, it's available, right? All I need to do is up this, which is basically running the script again, and say, okay, from now on, I can also install Dex from this local repo. So you build whatever you want to build with yay something, right? I always use yay icons or something, right? Something you build, you could have a package, and with that package, well, if you got the package, you put it in here. And forget about the signing. Don't worry about that. You are building it. I mean, I think you trust yourself, right? Voila. I hope that's a bit clear what you need to do if you still want to continue to work with these ISOs: ArcoNet, ArcoPro, ArcoPlasma, Carli, ALCI, all the bunch of ALCI stuff, right? It's not that hard if somebody explains, and there is already, I think, a video about adding the local repo. So again, here's another one. After watching these two, you probably, well, I hope you'll get it, right? overcome. And as you see, restart done now. And what we get is a very, very, very basic arch. And you can change it to anything you like. And that's the fun. Maybe some scripts like the ArcoLinux Nemesis scripts. Run, install more stuff. But let's end with a quick look. Right. This is what we get. Those are all the applications, smaller as this. So you can freeze the screen, the video. That's all preferences. And that's it. Make it nice with icons, make it nice with backgrounds, with themes, with fonts. Not much will be there, right? This is bare. This is bare. Enjoy building your own ISO. Cheers. I will add this video to Alci in the beginning of the home page. What if Calamares won't boot? All right, cheers.